Dear learners, today I am going to start the new blocks of the comparative government and politics, that is political cultures. And in this unit, I will give the detail about the introductions of the political cultures. Here I am talking about the political cultures, and it's political cultures that refers to the set of attitudes, beliefs, value, and norms that shape how a society view politics and governments. It encompasses the collective idea about the role of governments, rights, and the responsibility of citizens, and the relationship between the states and individuals, and the proper conduct of political process. Political cultures can influence political behavior, the stability of political systems, and the effectiveness of the governance. That means when we're talking about the political cultures, this is a two-way attitude towards the each others. One attitude of the state towards the people, and second is people attitudes toward the states. And this can be called the sometimes the attitudes, beliefs, value, and norms that shape how a society view politics and governments. It encompasses the collective idea about the role of governments, rights and responsibility of citizens, the relationship between the states and the individuals, and the proper conduct of political process. Political culture can influence the political behavior, the stability of political system, and the effectiveness of governance. Second things about the political culture, that is the aspects of political cultures. When we're talking about the political culture, that is the civic cultures and the degree to which citizens are active and engaged in politics and their willingness to participate in political process like the voting, protest and civic activity. This is the very important part of the political cultures. And we're talking about the political cultures, that is civic cultures. And this is the people's engagements in the participations in the political process like the voting, protest and civic activity. So this is very important parts. Next is that is the political trust and efficacy. How much people trust their governments and believe that they can influence the political outcomes. This is the also important part of the political cultures. Now come to the on the second slides of the political culture, that is the national identity and the patriotisms. When we're talking about the national identity and patriotism, the shared sense of belongingness to nations and value associated to it. That means that we are all belong to ones and we have some kind of the associations to a particular nations. This is the national identity and patriotism. Second, and the next important things about the introductions to political culture, that is beliefs about the authority and powers, attitude towards the legitimacy of authority and the role of leaders and the proper use of the powers. This is very important things about the all the abouts. Next is that is political socializations, the process through which individual acquires their political cultures, often influenced by family, educations, media, and social groups. These are the very important part of all the things. Political culture vary widely between the different society and can change over the times due to events, shift in a social norms and generational change. This is not a permanent or we can the a stable political cultures. Political culture is a dynamics and it change according to times, according to needs, and according to sometimes the changing in the society. So this is the very important parts. Now come to the political cultures refer to deeply rooted norms, value, beliefs, and attitude that shape the way individuals and groups within the society think about politics and the role of the government. It is a collective mindset that influence how people view political process, authority, leadership, and their own participations in political system. This is very important things. Key components of political culture, that is beliefs and the value. There are the fundamental ideas that people hold about the what is right or wrong in politics. For example, belief about democracy, freedoms, equality, justice, and individual rights are central to the political cultures of many society. This is very important things. Attitude towards the authority, political culture shape how people perceive authority figures such as political leaders, government institutions, and law. In some cultures, there might be a strong respect for authority, while in the others, escapism or even distrust may be prevalent. This is very important parts of the introductions. Now come to the norms of political behaviors. When we talking about the behavior, there are expectations about the how political process should operate. For examples, in democratic society, voting is often seen as a civic duty, while others political participations may be limited or discouraged. Civic engagements, the extent to which citizens feel a sense of duty to participate in political activity such as voting, joining political party, or engaging in public debates. This also includes the degree of political activisms or passivity within a society. These are the very important parts of the civic engagements. Now come to the political trust and efficacy, trust in political institutions and leaders, and the belief that one's participations in politics can be make a difference. Political efficacy are crucial elements of political cultures. High levels of trust and efficacy typically lead to a more stable political system. These are the very important parts of the cultures. Now come to the national identity and the patriotisms. The sense of belonging to a nation and the pride in its achievements or characteristics also form part of political culture. This can influence how citizens relate to the states and to each others. That means when we're talking about the patriotisms and national identity, the sense of belongingness to a nation and the pride in its achievements or characteristics also form part of political culture. Then come to the types of the political cultures. When we're talking about the political culture, there are different types of the political cultures. First important political culture, that is parochial political culture. In this type, citizens are largely uninformed and unaware of political systems. They have little interest in politics and do not participate actively. This is found in the traditional society. That means when we're talking about these are the initial types of the society were shifted from the colonial systems to democratic set of governance or independence. And peoples are very much aware about the political activity, their governance, and all the things. This is called the parochial political cultures. Second important types of political cultures, that is subject political culture. Citizens are somewhat informed and aware but mainly passive. They accept decisions made by authority without active participations. This culture is commonly in the authoritarian regimes. That means people are aware, but they are very little aware. Their awareness is not as much as in the like the how much, yeah, in larger comparedness. This is called the subject political cultures. Next is that is participant political cultures. Citizens informed and actively participate in the political process. They feel empowered to influence political outcomes. This is typically found in the democratic society. These are the all the active participations of the peoples either at the level of casting of votes, contesting the elections, or participations in the protest and the other kind of the activity. These are the called participant political cultures. Next, importance of the political culture. That means when we're talking about the political culture, that is a stability of political system. A shared political cultures can be contribute to the stability of a political system by creating a common understandings and expectations about how politics should be functions. This is very important parts. Influence on political behaviors. Political cultures shape how people behave in the political sphere, including their voting habits, their engagements with political issues, and their responses to the political events. This is the importance of political cultures. Next is reflections of the social value. That means when we talking about the importance or significance of the political culture reflect the broader social value and norms of a society, influencing how law are made and enforced. Political culture is a dynamics and can evolve over the times, influenced by the factors such as education, economic changes, political leaderships, and significant historical events. Understanding political cultures is crucial for analyzing how and why political systems functions the way they do in different society. These are the important significance of the political cultures. Now come to the introductions of the political cultures, and in this we have the different kind of the thinkers about they define the political cultures. Political cultures has been defined in various way by different political scientists and the thinkers, reflecting its complex and multifaceted natures. Here are some key definitions like Gabriel Almorz and Sidney Barwa. He defined both are defined political culture is the patterns of the individual attitudes and orientations toward politics among the members of a political systems. This is very important part. Explanations Almond and Barwa in their seminal work, The Civic Cultures, emphasize the importance of citizens' attitudes toward the politics and their role in shaping the political systems. They identify three types of the political cultures: participants, subjects, and participants. These are the very important definitions or thoughts given by the Gabriel Almons and Sidney Verba. Now come to the next thinkers or political scientist, that is Lucian Spy. Politicals, according to him, political culture is the set of attitudes, beliefs, and sentiments that give orders and the meaning to a political process, and which provide the underlying assumptions and rules that govern behaviors in the political system. I view political culture is a comprehensive concept that include all aspects of society, political lives, shaping how politics is practiced and understood. This is also a kind of the participatory natures of the political culture, according to Lucian Spy. Now come to the third important thinkers, Robert Dahl. Robert Dahl has given the definitions of political cultures that refers to the persistence, patterns, way of thinking about the fundamental principles of the politics. Explanations. Dahl emphasized the enduring and consistent natures of political culture, focusing on the how society maintains a shared understandings of political principles over the times. This is very important parts of the Robert Dahl's. Next, thinkers or political science, that is Almonds and Powell's. Both define political cultures refer to the orientations, attitudes, and beliefs that citizens hold towards the political systems and their own roles within the it. This is the definitions given by the Almonds. And explanations of the Almonds and Powell extended the concept to include the relationship between citizens and the political systems, highlighting the importance of citizens' orientations and shaping the political outcomes. That means how people are behaving toward the states and what are the orientations in shaping the political outcomes. These are the important explanations of the Almonds and Powells. Next political thinker, that is Daniel Iljars. Daniel Iljars talking about political cultures in the particular pattern of the orientations to political actions in which each political system is embedded. Alger's definitions emphasizes that political culture is the unique patterns that characterize each political system, influencing how political actions is perceived and conducted. These are the very important definitions given by the Daniel Alger. Now come to the next political scientist, that is Ronald in Inglade Harts. Political culture is the distributions of patterns of the orientations towards political objects among the members of the nations. Explanations. In Glenius, known for his work on the post-materialisms and the World Value Survey, view political cultures as the aggregate of individuals' orientations towards political objects, which can vary significantly between different nations. This is the also important parts of these things. Next important thing, that definitions given by the Semyon Martin Lipschitz. Political culture includes the broader consensus about the rules of the games, the principles and value on which politics and government rest. Explanations. Lipset focus on the consensus within the society about the fundamental rules and the value that govern political life, which contribute to the stability of the political systems. These definitions, while it collectively underscore the importance of shared beliefs, attitudes, and the value in shaping political behaviors and the functions of the political system. They also highlight that political culture is both a product of historical developments and a determinant of future political dynamics. This is important thoughts given by the Samias Martin Lipset. Now come to the conclusions about the political cultures. It's referred to the political cultures to the shared beliefs, value, attitudes, and norms that shape how individuals and groups within the society view politics and government. It also influences how people think about the political process, authority, leadership, and their own role in the political system. Political culture can vary widely between the society and impacts political behaviors. The stability of political systems and governance that is the key elements include the beliefs about the democracy, civic engagement, trust in institutions, and national identity. Political culture is dynamic and can evolve over the time due to social, economic, and political changes. This uh, is a interesting topics on the political cultures of the comparative government and politics. Thank you for your listening these lectures. Thanks once again.